I'm always intrigued by twin engine stuff. This is a genuine super sport.
But Chris cut up.
That Chris cut up. Another early one. I got Zach and myself. We're heading up to Santa Pod to go and watch Clark and Dean and Phil and all that lot do a test and tune day. So we're not racing, but we are just going to go up for the day. It's a Monday, so it's way better than being at work. I haven't got a cup holder still, so that's on the list of things to do. I'm about to pour hot coffee all over my nuts. Let's hit the road. Sooner we get there, sooner we can watch them racing. Made it. I don't know how long that took us, but Waze took us the craziest route. Santa Pod! I've been here for years. Well happy to be back. Definitely going to get hot face today with the old sun and the wind. Let's go watch some racing! Yeah, boy! Right, first call. Let's cream up. Go on then, what's the spec on it? Big fat Garrett.
GTX 35.
Yeah.
Well, it's full reef spec, I'd say that.
Okay.
That's what we call it. GTX 35.
Must be fast. It's got nitrous.
No, not running nitrous.
Oh, it's not running nitrous today. It has got nitrous, but not running nitrous.
Phil's old head.
Okay.
Phil's old injectors, 1000cc.
Yeah. What management is it on?
MS3.
Nice. Who made the inlet?
Graham's made it.
Okay.
Well, it works for me. He's done
Big old intercooler.
Yeah. It's from a 12.4.
Yeah. What gearbox is it? MTX?
MTX with a diff in it.
Is that, was it a black top or a Focus RS bottom end?
It's piston and rods off Clark, I think.
Oh, okay.
External oil pump. He uses it for work every day. He's a scaffolder.
I'm loving the graphics on the side. Yeah, that's right.
Read the back door.
Yeah, I see the happy ending. Guaranteed happy ending.
And stick the lens into it.
Stick your helmet into it.
Yeah.
Get right in there. All the mod cons.
All the twitches and that. He likes to touch him, you say, so.
All he's got literally is the boost gauge.
Yeah, steering wheel, boost gauge.
Done.
And
a little willy.
a little widget.
That's brilliant.
So we printed that off his willy, so.
Oh right, it's the scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. It's a big one.
Graham made a cage for it.
Yeah, nice cage.
He entered it. He's the only car that entered in the front wheel drive thing yesterday, but they cancelled it because everyone chickened out.
How's that for a sleeper? Albeit the big slicks on the front.
The spec of this is the exact same bottom end.
Yeah, so forged bottom end.
Yeah, rods, pistons, oil pump, one of Clark's oil pumps on it.
Oh, external pump down there.
External pump on it.
Yeah.
875cc injectors.
ECU on it?
MS1 on it.
Okay.
Not as good. Limited with map sensor at the moment, like £21 a boost.
Yeah.
Which run like 12, I think given 12.3.
Like in the dipstick retaining.
Yeah,
you know it's a fast engine when it's got that on it.
Yeah. But this is fully road legal. It's dangerous on the road.
That's a genuine Ford.
Is this on MTX as well?
Yeah, MTX with a...
That's proper. Fire protecting fans all round.
Sack clutch.
Yeah.
You literally take the bottom end of this and put it into that and vice versa.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it's got cutouts and pistons for valves.
That's cool. What's the guy called again?
Terry.
Fat
Terry, that's what he's known as on a Sunday.
So yeah, you've done
new turbo, S400 turbo.
Big boy turbo.
Yeah, new manifold. Same wastegates. We used a lot of old parts.
Yeah.
New front suspension on it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because you played around with the front suspension quite a lot.
So it's Nissan S14 inverted dampers now.
Are you still running Fiesta hubs?
Hubs.
Okay.
Doing hours, sorry. 108mm CV joints, homemade adapters.
Nice.
One of my fair hands. Labour milling machine.
Yeah.
New drive shafts.
Are they custom
Dave Mack shafts.
Nice.
So hopefully it just won't break anymore.
Yeah.
But
what were you breaking before? Everything?
In and out of CV joints.
Yeah,
constantly.
just blowing up.
So to be honest, I'd love to run an 8 again, but if it doesn't shear off my homemade adapters, I'll be really happy.
And what was the power? It's like 800?
820, 2.8 bar.
Right.
And the thing is, it's such a big turbo, it's only just getting going, so now you put in 0.2 bar boost more,
yeah.
It shoots up like 80 horsepower.
Yeah.
It's mental. So
what does it come on? When does the boost actually?
7, revs out to 9.
You want to drive mine? I'll let you drive it up and down there.
It comes straight on?
It's come straight on,
like
mate.
a light switch.
Yeah, it's literally like 2,500 RPM. It's full boost. But then you've got 800 horsepower. So what's the crazy lever?
So it's not hill climb boys do it.
Yeah.
Goes to the brake pedal. So
so all you're doing is just loading the car. You can load all four
wheel brakes up. So you've got front discs as well. Launch switch on that. So it weighs nothing.
So that's your and then let go of the brakes. So you can be on the throttle, the clutch, and the brakes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So what the thing is, people put hydraulics on the rear. The rear is weighing nothing. So you've got nothing
to hold you back. But you're trying to actually load the turbo up when you launch. Yeah.
So the front brakes are locks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'm pushing front brake staging it.
Yeah.
I'm literally putting all 4 brakes on.
Wicked.
It weighs nothing. And it's someone out. Okay.
Can I put a GoPro in it?
We'll get the first couple of runs.
Yeah. Once you're happy, give me a shout, and then I'll. Yeah. All right. I'll be good to have the GoPro in there for that. No, it's good to catch up with you, man. I've been watching as you've developed it.
It's been so quiet.
It's good to be back out. What size? They're not 15s, are they? They've gone up
15 by.
They are 15s. They're massive. Didn't go anywhere.
And lifts at around about 1,000 foot, rolls to finish.
Is that K20 in the MRT?
And you can see a whole load of race tape on the top there, trying to hold the roof on. Site today.
It's got 2 engines in it.
car doing 9068 and then goes through with a 1236.
Right.
How you doing, you alright?
My mate is the biggest fanboy of you.
Oh really?
He just don't seem to be any grip today.
No.
Yeah, I've been out first, limiter second, limiter third, like just shot the thing up.
I'm always intrigued by twin engine stuff because there's not a lot out there obviously,
Yeah.
but and there's a lot of mixed opinions as to whether it
Not
works
as
or not.
confusing as what people think. Everyone goes on, you have to have them matched. You don't.
Have them there or thereabouts.
You don't
Go on.
because if Eddie Hall and you,
Yeah.
you're both pushing the car forward.
Yeah.
So they just self-correct themselves on the revs.
So I assume you are there or thereabouts though with these engines?
Yeah, they're both around 600 mark, yeah.
So they're
Less, yeah.
And so it's like same gearbox, same gear ratio. How have you done the linkage? I'm always intrigued to see how the linkage is done.
So it's 4 cables. So obviously now it's just on the front engine. So there's your push and pull. So all you do is you put that on, and then you push and pull for your rear engine. But you know what I mean? That's your side to side.
Yeah. And you got to link that one up for the back
Yes,
engine.
you put them both on. So basically them two are for the rear
Are
engine.
you just driving it around the pits on
Yeah,
the
no,
front
it's
engine,
the front,
and
yeah.
then you crank
So
on?
you just warms the full system up slowly.
Yeah.
You're queuing up.
Are you running 2 separate cooling systems then, or is it one
No,
rad?
One
One big rad. So
yeah.
where's the engine rad?
At the front. One big rad at the front. There. And then there's 2 small charge cooler rads in front of it, that which are independent.
Yeah. That's wicked. So you've got like, what, sorry, was it 600?
600.
Jesus.
And then we've got 9.
Most people are happy with 1 600
Yeah.
horsepower engine.
What's the back suspension? Is it basically the front legs
Yeah,
of a...
technically, yeah, front suspension.
How do you find the geometry? Because I know
Pain in the arse.
because a lot of
Thing.
rear engined based on front wheel drive stuff, you get toe in, toe out, and pump steer. And
That's the thing we're trying to find now. When I've been running it before, I'd get just into third and start ramping in the boost.
Yeah.
And as soon as you unload the boost off it, sometimes
it's
wavers.
squirrely, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I mean, we had a bit of experience with it with our mate Lawrence. He did. Has your boost hose popped up there?
No, it's shit.
Oh, is that how it's?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
shit,
fine. Well, we were messing around with my mate Lawrence's. He put a bike engine in the back of a Mark Fiesta, and he had all of the bump steer and toe in, toe out.
Yeah.
And a lot of the mini boys who do like the K20 lumps, they just do like swing arms. So you literally have
you
set
don't see
die,
that. Yeah.
like a straight as a die sort of rear wheel, but through the travel, always stay straight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit agricultural, but that unless you go full like double wishbones and
All I've done is we had the issues. I've just gone for 3-way adjustable remotes.
Yeah.
So literally, hopefully, I can get it to squat and not come up off load.
Yeah. Can we have a look at the back engine?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Chris Todd's told me all about the crazy.
The problem. He used to say it was alright. Once it squatted and went, he used to set the tracking so that it comes straight.
That's exactly
But then he
what
said he'd back off at the top
And
and
then
then
toe
help
in.
it to
That's
split.
exactly what happens. So, as long as it's loaded up on boost, you go fine. It's the minute you come off boost, it wavers.
Yeah, and you don't want that. Not when you're doing.
150 mile an hour, you know what I
So
mean?
what times is this running?
I've never done a full pass in it. The best I've done is a high 10, but that's showing off at just over half track.
Yeah. And that's because you're.
Just because it starts
it's
waving and my arse falls out.
Yeah,
Unless
that's right.
I'm the wheel
I
in the
don't
car.
blame you. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What size turbos are you running on it?
Precision 62s.
And you're running just 2 charge coolers front and back?
Yeah, so yeah.
Nice. Who did all the framework on it?
Myself, did everything myself.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, nice one. Cheers for that.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Let's see a full pass next time. Just keep it buried.
I'm hoping we'll leave it a bit. It's going to warm up and
Yeah.
we're going to try and glue the track
Yeah.
and I might get some grip.
Yeah.
But as it stands, so we went to Krispy Kreme for the drive-through in it
Yeah.
on Saturday. Did some test runs local, gripping fine, launch fine, everything was good. But like I say, it's just slippy here for some reason. So fingers crossed they'll glue it again and we'll get some times on it.
Yeah, nice one. Cool, well we're going to go carry on looking at the crazy one. Let's go catch up in a bit. How's it going, Ryan?
Oh, mate.
It's good to see this back out. Oh no, you get that back in? Don't bend the frame, hang on, I'll give you a hand.
I think you should. I think you'd pop it and start from the front. How flexible is it?
Should be able to bend in the middle. Polycarb, it won't crack. Have you taped that before?
That was the last thing, yeah.
Oh, so it's done
It does before though.
You know you've got a fast car when the windows just fall out.
Mate, it's like proper core on that bit of rubber.
You need like a little hook. Show car slash drag car. Everyone's running. Are these the TVR space savers?
Yep.
Yeah, everyone's running them now.
So is that, you haven't had to cut chassis link for that either?
Yes,
you had to.
I did.
Persuade it with a hammer to get the alternator back there. So what's the spec on this now? All forged?
Fully forged. Headlit by AL Developments.
Yeah. You got a crazy cage exhaust inlet?
Yes. Yeah. He does 6 camshafts.
And he done a cage as well, didn't he? And are you running MTX on this as well? Everyone's running MTX. I've definitely not. Drag racing.
But you can't.
Wow.
Is this what you were talking about?
And the other side as well.
Animal. Needs must though. Needs
Needs
must. Yes, it's a race car.
Yeah.
Is that Zach's?
Yeah.
Nice. All the toys.
It's been ages polishing it. I was dumped in there.
Yeah, the cage does look good.
But you're 100% right, but I'm not cool. That was the best thing you ever came out with.
Oh, what? Do you have the twin pass on it? And it was killing it.
That was just the only thing I could think it was.
So what's on there now?
Same intercooler.
What did you do?
So you can see it's like welded there, so there was an outlet there, and there was a space, there was like a wall in there. So yeah.
You've just turned it into a straight
yeah,
through.
what was it? It was stuck at like 300.
315.
Yeah.
Took that out and it was 38.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Had the same boost, nothing changed.
Yeah, just a intercooler that can actually flow. Because the end tank on that side's tiny as well, isn't it? So you've got like real priority. Which way does the turbo go? Oh, to be fair, you're feeding it in this end. But most of this...
It's probably more being the twin pass, it's probably that end tank restriction.
Yeah.
Because if you think all that boost has got to go through there,
Yeah.
essentially getting through a gap that's like an inch.
Yeah. Live and learn. So it's 480 horsepower at the moment?
Yep.
And you're going bigger turbo next, yeah?
Hopefully.
So I'll have a look at the oil pump. So what have you done? Ah, there it is. Yeah, I like all of the...
6 quick spool cams.
all the link bars. Clark from Ignition Advantages has kindly joined us. Hopefully he's going to be racing up the Connect. We'll catch up with him in a bit. So Ollie's got his car back together. It smells like a little radio control car, you know, little petrol nitro ones.
That's the same size engine as well.
Sublime.
Two Sublimes.
Check out the turbo, cold air feed.
I think it's a couple of HX35s.
What's that out of?
Well, it's not out of anything. It's like
It's just a custom built
sequential thing, yeah.
Is it designed for rear engine stuff?
Yeah, this is they're used heavily in off-road V8 buggies, sand buggies.
Oh, what, like the sand rail type stuff? Okay.
Yeah, that they use in California.
How many speeds? How many gears is
This
it?
one's 5. Yeah, sequential. And I've got it rigged up on an air shifter as well, so I just press a button.
Bang, bang, bang.
It just
Yeah,
goes
really
through
good.
the gears. So you've got a potentiometer that
Yeah, I was just checking it out.
yeah, stops the ECU giving the power back unless it knows the next gear's engaged.
Engaged. So you don't do a...
Don't do a
Yeah.
crunch, hopefully. So far, that gearbox has been the best 10 grand I ever spent, which is good.
So it is a Subaru engine still, isn't it?
Yeah, still Subaru engine.
What cc is it?
2.5 now.
Oh wow. So is that a stroke crank on it, or is it just a big bore?
So
sleeve?
it's got a 79mm crank, which is a 2.5 crank anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's got huge, great big ductile iron sleeves. And then 97, 90.
What size turbo is on it at the moment?
GT42. So I'm tickling it at the moment. There's lots more for that to give. But yeah, it'll be fun eventually, mate.
Because for those who don't know, I've known this car for a long time. This is a genuine super sport.
That Chris cut up.
That Chris cut up, but it started off at, you had a 1900 CVH in it, and it was supercharged. He got me into the supercharged route, and then you put a turbo on the supercharger, and then you nitrous the turbo on the supercharger, all front wheel drive, and then, which is stupid, but it was awesome at the same time, and then you cobbled all of that into the back, so it was rear engine, rear wheel drive, and then you had, I mean, it was plagued with geometry issues and stuff, because it was a massive learning curve, as this stuff always is.
Yeah.
And then, what made you go for the Subaru engine?
I was under a car at work.
And you just got the tape measure out?
Yeah, and I was like, I reckon that would go in the back.
Because didn't you have it on the four-wheel drive gearbox, but you just blanked off the back?
Kind of blocked the front, or sorry, the centre viscous coupling.
Yeah.
So I kind of welded that up, and it made it front-wheel drive essentially, which is like, you know, rear-wheel
drive in the back. Yeah.
Yeah. So that worked all right, and I did the same with the Porsche Boxster gearbox, although obviously that was only two-wheel drive anyway.
But you went through quite a few Porsche gearboxes and uprated.
I went through probably 8 Subaru gearboxes of various different types, and then probably 3 or 4 of the Porsche ones, until I just decided enough was enough. I mean, you know, I'd spent over the years probably 15 grand on gearboxes.
And then the Porsche stuff is now going up in price. So, and then all the tube work was done by, was it?
That was Webster.
Webster, Webster Racing.
He did the rear subframe and all the custom A-arms and stuff.
Yeah. So, and what back hubs are on it then?
They're Subaru front hubs.
Okay, so still from when you originally had, okay. And that obviously works for you now.
Seems to work.
I love the fact that you've still got Fiesta front legs on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got you haven't got the 5-speed? Have you got like symmetrical front tie arms and stuff?
Yeah, I have now, because obviously this used to be 5-speed years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just the standard, you know, whatever would have come on a 1300, I suppose.
And there's still a Fiesta rack, column.
Yeah.
You got
just some bally top mounts and that. I did try sort of
pull a load of
caster into it once, but gave up on that.
Again, just another experiment for another day.
Yeah.
This thing has evolved so much over the last.
What it wants now, though, right? It wants taken apart.
Yeah.
You know, getting rid of all these multitudes of holes.
But again, I like that. That's part of the history of the car. Look, you've still got the original half of the top mount up there, and you're just using it as a bracket. I could look at it for hours. Again, it's like things that you've done,
thing, you know,
tweaked,
the battery's over there instead of there, to put the weight over there. Oh, I don't know. There's a weight bar in the front. I've even got.
Yeah, this does like popping wheelies, doesn't it?
Oh, in fact, I'll tell you what, my lead ingots are starting to fall off, so I better remove those.
Oh, you filled the bumpers up with lead?
Yeah.
This isn't an auto box, this is an actual clock, yeah. So when you're holding it on the line, is that just all brake? You're not like, it's not like a trans?
That's on the line lock.
Okay, and that's your actuator and then bang shifts it through all the gears?
Yeah, it's all eBay parts.
Yeah? All the best cars are built with eBay parts. What ECU you're running on it now?
Runs a Link Fury.
Okay.
Which I highly recommend. Very good ECU, loads and loads of inputs and outputs.
Yeah, extras. And you say you're not running on the methanol anymore, you're running
No, I'm trying E85 now.
Okay.
Well, it's actually E112, it's leaded E85.
Okay.
So, and I'm trying to do that for extra lubrication on the valve.
On the valve change. So where's the CO2 bottle from?
Yeah, that it's for a fish tank. I think like a plant irrigation system.
Okay.
And then comes through into an electrical solenoid, which is controlled by a button on the steering wheel. So whenever I want to change up, I just hit the button. The old pneumatic ram pulls the lever back. There's a load cell on the cable which cuts the ignition, retards the ignition. So yeah, every time I want to change up. I have actually got it on a switch as well, so the ECU can do it at a set load.
So you could
RPM.
pre-program, but it's quite nice to mash it for yourself.
I like to be in control of when it changes gear, you know, as opposed to the ECU doing everything. I just feel a bit kind of like, no, not I should change gear.
Well, so I think Dave Andrews is developing an adapter plate to run DSG on a Z-Tech.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So again, you could pre-program a flappy paddle shifter to just run up the track,
that would be pretty awesome,
and they're bomb-proof gearboxes. But
I quite like the idea of still having a clutch and still having a H pattern.
You know, things progress. I mean, it's only in the last sort of, I don't know, 5 years that DSGs have kind of got really popular, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you know, there's no doubt in how quick they can change anything. No, that's
They're
right.
not a penny.
Yeah. But
There's that four-wheel drive Golf running up here. I think he's like 1,000 horsepower through some form of DSG four-wheel drive box. So yeah,
I think you have to spend a bit of cash on them to get them to do, and you have to get like a
controller.
Don't
Yeah.
you? But
Ryan's got the whole family in the race. I like that little Uno as well.
pass.
This is savage.
Oh, that was gate pressure. So, I'm not winding it up.
Get in there then.
The next one,
You're going to start winding it up.
the next one will be full boost. Yeah, so I just wanted to. Well, actually, truth be told, I forgot to plug the solenoid back in. But it served as a shakedown.
Is this it's done 1,000?
It has done. The engine's really tired.
Okay.
It's and I've had it wants rings and everything.
Oh really?
So it breathes like a motherfucker. It fills the catch tank every pass.
So what's like the rough spec on it then? I see it's got is that a mechanical fuel pump?
So it's a 2-litre Megane engine, effectively.
Yeah.
The bottom end is concrete filled.
Oh wow.
So there's no coolant in the block. The cylinder head is
methanol. I see you got all the injectors.
They're the 2200cc injectors per cylinder, and they run at 80-odd%, right?
Yeah.
So they're more or less
flat out. What size turbo is that?
It's a GTX 4202.
Wow.
Yeah. 76mm effectively.
Are you running through a big charge cooler then? Is it?
No, there's a big intercooler down there. That's it. I'm old school.
Yeah, nice. Keep it simple.
Just a big barrel plate thing. It works all right. I'm sure there's better ways of doing it, but
no, it works.
It works.
As you said, it's, you don't have to keep filling up with ice and all.
My thing is it's so problematic, the car.
I suppose it's methanol as well, so that helps the
yes,
cooling. Yeah.
Exactly. You don't really need much cooling, but it's 6 inches thick, the cooler, so it don't really lose any pressure across it. It works.
I love it. The car is a good looking car as well. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you.
No, I think it looks the bollocks. Are these image wheels on it?
They are image, yeah. Image split rims.
Yeah, I recognise that one from like the National Hot Rods run them, I think. But,
oh, are they?
Yeah,
well, I just had them made something that I quite liked.
Yeah, they look good. Quite a small gauge on that roll cage as well. I suppose it's sort of like trying to keep it light.
It's an 8.5 cage. It's a John Sleeth Racing 8.5 cage. So
I didn't even see the back.
Yeah, I didn't realise all the back was gone.
Yeah, I saved some weight by chopping the back.
What gearbox is it in there at the moment?
It's originally a 6-speed 02M VW.
Yeah. So it's still a H pattern.
Still an H pattern, but with a 4-speed dog SQS kit in it. Right. So it's just click, click, click.
Yeah, seems to do a lot of stuff with it, gearbox.
They're good boxes, yeah, and lots of people race them, especially in Europe and that. So you can buy a lot of cool stuff for them.
Yeah. I love the fact it's still got the original dash.
Yeah, I know. Do you know, the dash has never been out of the car, ever. So there's soundproofing and all sorts of crap, stereo wiring and all type of shit behind there.
A bit of weight saving still to.
Yeah, there's probably 20 kilos to come out of it, but I've had to do. I don't have a lot of spare time, so I've had to do like what's important first, and work my way down to the lesser things like that.
As I said, it looks the part.
Yeah, I just seen it on
Instagram.
The time slip just has to begin with an A. That's it, and then I'll be over the moon.
What have you done in it?
9.4, that was the best. Gate pressure.
Yeah, do you know? Yeah,
I've not been out in the car really. It's been on and off the dyno for 5 years to try and make. I mean, nobody builds parts for a Renault engine
to do 1,000 horsepower.
So it runs pistons that are designed for a Honda, for example.
Yeah.
B series Arias HD.
You see what the Honda boys are doing. Yeah. They're like on another
the box
level.
Machine to fit.
Yeah.
The oil pump is out of a VW20 valve.
Yeah.
Right, that I've machined to fit because the Renault one's dog meat, and the gearbox is VW. The shafts are GKN VW.
Yeah.
There's more VW in it than there is Renault, really. But they know how to make stuff, don't they? But it's still a Renault.
I love the fact it's all like you've extended it all back to get the wheel.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it makes much difference because the
wheelie bars do the work, don't they? But and you've kind of like Venturi'd the back as well, like done
flat 4, and then trying to raise it up a bit at the back. I'm no aerodynamicist, so I don't know.
Right, there's certain things that you can do that will aid you.
Exactly, there's certain things we know that work.
How much does it weigh? Have you managed to weigh it?
950 with me in it.
Okay.
So it's not heavy, but it's not light either, really.
Is this all still glass or is this
plastic?
Perspex,
I've just concentrated on taking weight out the back end. That's what you want in these cars.
And then throw
and all the front and that. Maybe I'll take some out at some point.
It looks like it'll probably do an endo if you jumped on the brakes hard enough.
Yes, probably would. It did when I went for a second. First.
Oh, did you?
And that's why the engine's tired.
Time for a brain burger.
I've never seen a hub like that.
That's crazy.
It's a hub of a.
I mean, how on earth did you get the to fit the
And that's the secret to how the success.
This is just like send it.
Yeah, that's big. I couldn't pass that on an MOT.
Yeah, I've got to change the bumps there. Bumps is towing out on lawn.
Yeah.
So that's going to come off that, mill up a little.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bolt it and move it and just the bumps there.
So this is all just like a trial and then you'll make it a bit nicer, or?
No, that's the Phil way. It works.
8 seconds.
It works.
It worked. When I got more time, so I had 6 weeks to get this ready. The drive shaft adapter, I tried very hard on those. The rest of it is just like
that whole setup. Did you and Jez do that, or was that all you?
So the CV's all like an idea I had. So it's just like about it. That's what it's
what about all the like the arms and the brakes?
Oh yeah, just made that.
All you?
Yeah. When me and Jez had a look at stuff. Actually, we had an alignment machine, didn't we? Before the subframe went on. Yeah. Got a lever bar. Jez worked out we were pushing 80 kilos at a metre length. And we're like, and the alignment machine just kind of goes, and it's pulling the under, it's making the bolts oval on the under tray, so it's pulling the front end so hard. And then, and then you worked out the 60-foot time, we're pulling about a G, which means it was getting about a ton of force, just pushing it forward. So so brace that subframe up and it went straight into a 9. Then I did all the extra chassis work over the winter years ago. That helped massive. That's the key. Yeah, when I get more, I bought a tube bender, so when I get more time, I'll remake all the arms out of bigger material. It's working now.
Yeah, mate.
This is the trouble.
I mean, there's a lot going on down there, though.
So Phil's kindly allowed me to pop a GoPro in so you guys can see what it's like to have a run up in a 800 horsepower XRT. Right, we are recording. Good luck, man. Yeah.
No. Yeah, should I leave it in there? I'll lean it forward and tighten it right up.
This car's too fast for the camera.
Yeah, that's cool.
Jamie's up.
These eight, there's there and there's two more under there.
Yeah.
Injectors always this big with rotaries, like every time you see a fast rotor, it's just injectors everywhere.
And this is methanol as well, so that's like however much more.
Twice the burn rate.
Yeah.
They eat fuel. Petrol.
Anyway, yeah.
What size turbo is that? Jesus.
My missus got an old Ford Hot 100E.
Are you trying to convince her to
put a rotary in it? No,
just an NA one, you know, like the Australian
she's
guys.
got RX-8 and just throw it in there and just go from there.
Don't buy an RX-8.
Yeah, but I can't afford a 30. So even if I could find a 30,
the van there could help you out.
Actually, do you know what? In all honesty, I'd love it. I'd think a 12A of like 6 to 40.
Yeah, the van, definitely.
Yeah.
Look at the cage in it. This is on another level.
It's a magnesium case. They call them equaliser gearboxes because if you look at the way that it's laid, you've got a shaft that goes down the middle and you've got two sets of gears flanking it. So you've got one set of gears there and another set the other side.
And this is all air shifted on the solenoids.
Yeah.
Look at that. And that's what you're running in yours?
Mine's a later version of that. Mine's V-gate, so mine's a manual shift air. I've got for all the drama.
Who built this chassis?
How's that?
So down the road, isn't it?
It's worth a while. I love all the bead rolled floor panels on it and stuff.
Yeah. Probably don't know that ECU either.
No, nah. Is it
one of the most famous ones in America? It's a guy from Australia. And all the world record rotaries and some 2Js run it. Not overly expensive. John Blanche, one guy in Australia, developed it and holds a lot of the 5-second runs on that system.
What sort of time will this do, do you reckon?
Low 60s, 220. It's a spec like cars in the US are running 6.1, 225, 230. On that tyre,
Yeah, hello.
Is that a standard Evo heat shield on it?
Yeah.
That looks quite good.
I just realised the locking nut for my actuator has wound itself off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's making more boost.
Is it going better or is it still holding back on the boost?
It's actually going alright. I think the Clark turned off, probably shouldn't have, turned off some kind of safety precaution. Now it doesn't hold back.
Okay.
So we put one of the T-pieces back in so it makes a bit more boost.
Yeah.
And it's making sort of, according to my gauge, about 1.5 bar, something like that.
Marks up in the connect.
Craig Evans with rate conversions, Vauxhall Corsa.
Right, Phil just ran a 9.1. Obviously the camera fell back with the G-force from the launch, so we'll throw the camera in, I'll tighten up the mount a bit more and hopefully get a good in-car video of his run. That thing's ridiculous. Looks like a wheelbarrow.
Battle of the Beast. Very serious racing. Orchestra from Mount Oliver. Right, so that's it. What an awesome day. Saw some great people, great cars, great racing. Didn't get too sunburnt, so that's always a bonus. So now we've just got an hour and 20-minute drive back down the M1, put the car away, and yeah, what a great day to spend a Monday. Great to see Phil do his personal best. And the Renault 5, the white one, actually ran a 8 something, so I'm sure he's chuffed to bits, even on the tired engine. Yeah, looking forward to getting this car mapped and then actually being able to take it out on track as well. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and check out the sweet merch. And until next time, I'll catch up with you guys later. Take it easy.